$1 billion used to mean something tangible, factories, oil wells, real estate. But today we are exploring how Kylie Jenner turned Instagram likes into a 10-figure valuation and what that tells us about modern wealth creation.
That's such a fascinating way to look at it. The way she transformed social media influence into actual market value really changed how we think about business valuation.
Well, let's break this down because it's pretty mind-blowing when you look at the numbers. In just 3 years, she built a cosmetics brand that Coty valued at $1.2 billion, and she did it with only 7 full-time employees.
That employee number is incredible. How did she manage to create that much value with such a lean operation?
You know, that's exactly what makes this case so interesting. She understood that in today's economy, you don't need massive infrastructure, you need narrative power. The Forbes cover calling her the youngest self-made billionaire wasn't just recognition, it was rocket fuel for her brand.
The way she leveraged that Forbes coverage was brilliant. Every media outlet picked up that self-made controversy, which just amplified her reach even further.
Right. And here's where it gets really clever. Instead of fighting the criticism about whether she was truly self-made, she let that debate become part of her brand story. Each argument about her privilege just kept her name in the headlines.
So if we look at the actual business model, what really stands out is how she created this perfect storm of scarcity and accessibility.
Exactly. Those famous lip kit launches would sell out in literally minutes. We're talking about $29 products generating millions in revenue in under an hour. But here's the genius part. The scarcity wasn't just about sales, it was about creating content.
Oh wow, you mean how every sold out notification became its own viral moment?
Precisely. And let's talk about the numbers here because they're staggering. Her first launch in November 2015 sold 15,000 lip kits in under a minute. By 2018, the company was generating an estimated $360 million in annual revenue.
The speed of that growth is just unprecedented. Most beauty brands take decades to reach that kind of scale.
Well, here's what's fascinating about the growth. It wasn't just about the products. She created this ecosystem where every customer became a content creator. Each unboxing video, each makeup tutorial, each selfie became free marketing.
That really changed the game for influencer marketing, didn't it? She basically turned her entire customer base into brand ambassadors.
And let's look at how she engineered the product experience. Everything from the packaging to the website design was crafted to feel luxury, but the price points were deliberately set for mass market appeal.
The psychological pricing was so smart, just expensive enough to feel special, but not so expensive that her young audience couldn't participate.
You know what's really interesting? When Coty acquired 51% of Kylie Cosmetics for $600 million in 2019, they weren't just buying a makeup brand. They were buying into this entire new model of value creation.
That acquisition really validated her approach, didn't it? It showed that traditional business was starting to understand the real value of influence.
Exactly, and here's where we see the broader implications. This wasn't just about makeup or social media, it was about how value is created in the digital age. She showed that perception, when properly leveraged, can create actual market value.
Well, that raises an interesting question. Is this model sustainable? Can others replicate this success?
That's such a crucial question. What we are seeing is that while many try to copy the playbook, few understand the subtle mechanics. It's not just about having followers, it's about creating this perfect synthesis of scarcity, accessibility, and narrative control.
The way she maintained that narrative control was remarkable. Every crisis, every criticism somehow became part of the larger success story.
And that's really the key lesson here. In today's economy, the story you tell about your success can become as valuable as the success itself. It's not about deception, it's about understanding how modern value creation works.
That's exactly why this case study is so important for understanding modern business. The line between perceived value and actual value has become increasingly blurred.
Looking ahead, I think we're going to see more of this fusion between influence and traditional business metrics. The question isn't whether this model works, it's how it will evolve as markets become more sophisticated about valuing influence.
So what you're saying is that Kylie didn't just build a successful company, she created a new template for how influence converts to economic power.
Precisely, and whether we like it or not, understanding these dynamics is crucial for anyone trying to navigate today's economy. The $1 billion lesson here isn't about makeup, it's about how perception shapes reality in the digital age.